I'm going to have a rant about Manchester United now, everyone.
Can't wait for this.
I'm fed up with Manchester United. I'm fed up with the Glazers. I want them out. If they're listening, if the Glazers are listening, please do yourself and all the Man United fans a favour around the world and sell the club now. What the problem seems to be, I don't really understand why they're holding on to this club. They want something like 6 billion. The offers are 5 billion upwards. The transfer window's open now. This is a massive, massive time for Manchester United as a football club. There's players like Declan Rice going to Arsenal for around about £100 million. Manchester United should be going after players like that. James Maddison looks like he's going to Spurs for £40 million. Manchester United, if they want to improve their squad, should be going after bargain players like that. £40 million is nothing. Harry Kane, this should be wrapped up already. We're looking at Harry Kane possibly going to Bayern Munich, playing his football in the Bundesliga. He should be playing in the Premier League. He should be at United. He's been linked to the club for a long, long time. The club now is in a debt of over £700 million. We were heavily into Mason Mount, and then for whatever reason it's not happened yet. My understanding is the difference is about £10 million. Pay the money, right? For a long time we had a pop at Daniel Levy. I think he was close to buying Jack Grealish, and the stumbling block was around about £5 million. They couldn't agree, and look at him, right? Manchester United desperately need to start competing with the big clubs in the Premier League, and by that it pains me to say it, of course Man City are top of that list. I look at your club, Arsenal. Massive spenders, right? We can't compete. I'm reading that because of financial fair play and where the club's at the moment, we've only got a maximum of £150 million to spend in this summer transfer window. One of the problems regarding that, sorry, I'm just looking at the football. One of the problems regarding that is how the club is run. Over the last 3 years, Manchester United have sold Smalling, Fosu-Mensah, Pereira, Chong, Garner, Iqbal. We've had an income over the last 3 years of €74 million. In that time, we've spent £463 million. The way the club is run at the moment is an absolute disgrace. And the problem is, and it's one problem, it's the owners, it's the Glazers. They are ruining the club, right? Now, I've seen this build up. I've seen it build up for a long, long time. I've got a lot of friends that Man United fans and like, why aren't you speaking out? Why aren't you speaking out? And I thought that the Glazers would sell the club. I thought the club will move on. I don't know why they are not selling the club and moving on. But if they're listening, if anyone connected to that family is listening, sell the club and get out. Because the club is starting to die. I can see it before my eyes. The stadium is falling to bits. We used to have a stadium that was competing with the best stadiums in Europe in the 90s. The stadium now needs, I don't know, £1 billion worth of makeover, £500 million.
Theatre of dreams.
Theatre of dreams, right? There's leaks in the roof when you go behind the scenes and you look at, you know, the banquet areas and the rooms. It's all like decked out from the 90s. And then I see stadiums like Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's beautiful.
Or the Emirates.
The Emirates, I've been there. It's a lovely stadium, right? Even like the Etihad, wonderful what they've done with it. Everything from my club, from Manchester United, everything from the way the stadium looks and is built and is not being kept up to speed, to the squad, to the way the club is being run, to the amount of money we're not being able to spend to keep our club at the very, very top and competing with the best, not just in the Premier League in Europe. I think now is an absolute disgrace. I think the club need to sell, the Glazers need to sell as soon as possible, preferably to the Qataris.
No, Jim Ratcliffe.
Because they've got 350 million.
Let's bring in Sir Jim.
I'll take Jim Ratcliffe now. I happily did it. He's got £10 million. He's a Man United fan. He'll take the club in the right direction. The club is going backwards and everyone else is going past us. And it's getting on my nerves.
Not getting on my nerves.
And the biggest problem is, if they're going to sell it now. What are you hanging about for? I know what you're hanging about for, because 5.2 billion is not enough and you want 6 billion. But the club's dying. The club's absolutely dying.
I do think, right? If the Saudi Arabian owners or the guys that want to buy Qatar, the Qataris, apologise, Qataris want to buy United, and they've got 350 billion.
Yeah.
What's 6 billion? Just pay the 6.
I know, but even if they offered that, I don't know if that offer's been met. But my guess is it has, and the Glazers just arsing about.
Surely 6 billion, 350. There you go.
700 million. £700 million pounds worth of debt. Over 700 million.
Put that in your back pocket. 7.
Look at the players I've just mentioned that we've sold in the last 3 years. Club's a joke. And it's because the Glazers, they need to get out the club. They need to sell it on, move on, right? And then let new people come in who want to invest, who want to see success in the club. And then hopefully that will go some way to seeing Manchester United getting back to the top. It's so embarrassing seeing what.
But do you remember though? And you know, I don't forget anything.
Yeah.
Me and you had a conversation last season, and you asked me the question: how far are Manchester United behind Manchester City? And I said to you, you're years away. You're miles away.
Yeah.
And you argue the point, no, we're not. We're just behind them. We're just behind them.
But that was me talking as a football fan.
As a club,
wishful thinking.
As a club and as a team on the pitch, however you look at it, Manchester United are a bigger club than Manchester City. That's factual. But if you look at the state of where they are now, Manchester United are 5 years behind City, 6, 7 years behind City.
Look at the disrespect they've shown to David De Gea.
Yes, poor.
They've offered him a new deal, which is less than the 375. He's then agreed it, and then they've taken it away from him. I mean, that is disgusting behaviour from a football club, from anyone. Imagine you're the people that you work for offer you a deal, and you go, "Yeah, okay," and they go, "Actually, we've changed their mind." That's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
The Glazers. I hope someone from that family or that organisation is listening.
When you look at the current top 6 in the Premier League, would you say Manchester United then are the worst run club out of the 6?
Yeah. I would. I really would.
So then that's why I don't understand.
It's a bit sad in my club. I love them. Of course. Right?
Like, how they're an attractive outfit then?
Well, because the attractive outfit will be they're a massive name, right?
I'll give you that.
You know, the amount of the Manchester United, not just as a club, as a commodity, is worth billions throughout the world. So for an investor to come in, there's lots of reasons why you should put money into that club for long-term investment.
I'm looking at it from a player's perspective. If I've got the opportunity to go to, I'm looking at the top 6, traditional top 6. I'm thinking, at this very moment, or City, of course, Arsenal, I'd probably say. Even though Liverpool didn't finish there, I'm looking at Liverpool and what they're doing. Okay, Liverpool. Chelsea, you don't know, but for whatever reason, they can still get, when you look at they've won the last 10, 15 years, they're probably in the mix. Newcastle, attractive project. So I think stability is the one word. I look at United and I just don't think they have that. And I think that's the sad part, because I'm used to, me growing up, Manchester United, I hate Man United so much because they used to win everything. They had the best players, the best stadiums, they always used that good best manager, always seemed to win everything. But all of a sudden now with the Glazers, and this period we're in now,
they're killing the club,
suffocating
it's
not working.
You look back in the day, right? Wayne Rooney, when he came on the scene, we got him, boom, 30 million.
Straight away.
Rio Ferdinand, boom.
Got him.
Even like Sebastian Veron came in. Even Van Persie, one season.
He took it from us.
Yeah. But once it to win the league for Fergie, right? I know towards the end, of course, the Glazers come in, but they've had time now. They've had time to ruin the club, and they've done just that. Yesterday, you see when the Megastore launched the kit, and there were protests outside stopping people getting in.
I wonder if listen, I get why Man United fans are doing that, protesting, because they're sick and tired of it. I fully support that and understand that. But I wonder if the Glazers are looking at that going, okay, you keep protesting.
No.
Because I can't remember what club it was. It might be my old club, Charlton. I think the Châtelet was going to sell the club. I know he did eventually, but I think he was going to sell the club. And I think a bunch of Charlton fans turned up to wherever he was having dinner and protested in front of him. And then he just turned around and went, all right.
That's different. This has got to another level. If the Glazers are listening, sell the club, get out. No one wants you.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker.